Hello everyone, Minute Plus Meditation here. Thursday, September the 1st, a brand new month. Brand new month. And I believe, I may be incorrect about this month is devoted to the Holy Cross. Actually, I'm saying that from memory, so I'll have to check that out and see if I'm correct or incorrect. If I'm incorrect, I'll correct myself. First reading, 1 Corinthians chapter 3. Brothers and sisters, if you think that you are wise in this age, you should become fools, obviously fools for Christ, so that you may become wise. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. For it is written, He catches the wise in their craftiness, and again, the Lord knows the thoughts of the wise, and they are futile. So let no one boast about human leaders, for all things are yours, whether Paul or Apollos or Cephas or the world or life or death, and so on. This is an incredible, wonderful, amazing, edifying example of how Paul understood his authority and his leadership. You know, Paul could have easily had, as we say, a following behind him. He could have commanded, a kind of a personality cult, as it were. But he understood very clearly and never lost this. He understood very clearly how offensive this would have been to God, how ineffective it would have been in God's hands, how dangerous it would have been for his soul and the souls of people who, many of whom sort of clung to his words because they knew he was such a powerful, authentic example of a disciple of Jesus Christ. And they accepted his authority. But Paul was very aware of this, no, it's not Apollo or Cephas or Paul, it's about Jesus Christ. Yes, I have authority. Yes, I have been appointed by Jesus Christ to be an apostle, but it was always something for the good of others and not for his own aggrandizement. And so he was always cautious. He loved people, he had friends, he was close to people, but he never lost this sense that don't be following me, follow Jesus Christ. And listen to me only insofar as I lead you closer to Jesus Christ, because I will have to go. And when I go, I don't want you to stop following Jesus. I don't want you becoming so close to me that somehow Jesus gets blurred in the whole picture. He's not saying don't have human affection, don't have natural friendships and so on, but first things first. It's that whole thing about first things first, right? So it's just not easy to do. The cult of the personality and the creeping ego is it's like a weed, always seeks to have people, follow us and so on and stroke our ego. And, Paul just wouldn't have any of this. And that's something for you and me to follow, especially people in authority, priests, parents, teachers, and so on. Business people, CEOs, though I doubt if any CEOs watch this. But to the Gospel, Luke 5, 1 to 11. So this is once Jesus was standing by the lake of Gennesaret. The crowd was pressing on him, so he gets into a boat. He does his preaching. He gets out of the boat. And he says to Simon, put out into the deep. This is during the daytime. Simon says, there's no fish out here, but he didn't say that out loud. There's no fish during the daytime. You're a carpenter, I'm a fisherman, I know what I'm doing. But he pays out his nets, and we know this changes Simon's life. And we're reading about it today, so it can even change our life. Pay out into the deep. Duc in ultum, the Latin expression. Duc in ultum. Peter's the one who gets out of the boat after this miraculous catch of fish, gets on his knees and says, Lord, depart from me, for I am a sinful man. And Jesus says, don't be afraid. From now on, it is men you will catch. So this changes Peter's life, changes the course of history. Because Jesus, first of all, didn't ask permission to get into Peter's boat, right? But he did ask permission. In effect, he waited for Peter to agree with him to pay out into the deep. He told Peter to do that, but if Peter said, nah, we're tired, nah, there's no fish during the day, Jesus would have walked on, away. He wouldn't have forced Peter to do what he did, but Peter sensed something, praise be to God, he sensed something that, no, he should pay out his nets. This is such an important, this is a program unto itself. For the apostolate, for discipleship, for carrying out enterprises, projects, and so on, is we are called to pay out into the deep. We have our human ventures, our programs, pay out into the deep. Yes, we have to do our homework. We have to put all the effort into it that is we're supposed to put into it, our gifts and so on. But then we must pay out into the deep, even though it appears to be meaningless or it's not going to be fruitful. We must trust that Jesus will help us make it fruitful. So, Dugan Ultim, remember, pay out into the deep. God bless you.